is Punita. Hope you're having a good day. Right now, we'll be doing our event presentation. We are from Group 3. My name is Khalifa, and my other members are Thierry, Wilson, and Shalina. In this presentation, we will be talking about the overall achievements and outcomes. We'll then be talking about our SWOT analysis, or strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Then we'll be talking about what would it be if we did things differently. And lastly, we will be talking about lessons learned and experience gained. Now I'll be passing it on to Thierry to talk about our first point.
Hi, Ms. Punita. I'm Tivi. In this session, we will reflect on the key achievement of our CSR project, including how much we raised, the outcome of our two events, the awareness we have built, and the impact it had on both the community and ourselves. Our target was to raise RM 2000 to support UNICEF, an organization dedicated to protecting children's rights and improving their life. Although we have not yet reached the full amount, we have successfully raised RM 353 and are still continuing to receive donations. This showed that online fundraising can still be powerful, especially when supported by creative and meaningful digital events. Uh, we made two event participation. First one is keychain fundraising campaign. We promote customizable keychain through social medias and messaging platforms. Order and payment were made online, and the response was very encouraging. The second one is suffering for a cause, SFC. In this challenge, participants post video of dances doing something to forget, funny, or embarrassing to symbolize suffering for a cause. Both even create fun ways to engage people and made it easier for students to support us from home or wherever they were. One of the key outcomes of our online events was increased engagement and awareness about our cause and how students can contribute through simple action. We use social media to promote our two events, Unity Chance and Suffering for a Cause. We explain the purpose of each campaign clearly and encourage participation through eye-catchy posts and stories. Although we did not focus heavily on UNICEF background, we successfully made more people aware of the project's goal to support children through charitable giving and motivate them to take action in creative ways. Organizing two online events so as important soft skill, we improve our marketing skill, communication, time management, and team collaboration. We learn to coordinate through online meetings, solve problems quickly, and create content that was creative and meaningful. Most importantly, we support each other, working as a team with the shared goal of making a difference for children in need. Even though we did not reach RM 2000 yet, the project has already made a meaningful impact. We have raised awareness, improved our community, and encouraged kindness and social responsibility. We have proven that online effort, when done with heart and purpose, can still bring real world change. This experience has inspired us to keep supporting good cause both now and in the future. This is the end of my part, and I will pass it to Khalifa.
Thank you, Thierry. Now we'll be moving on to our SWOT analysis, or strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Starting with our strengths, one of the most notable was our strong teamwork. Throughout the project, every group member contributed actively, supported one another, and stayed committed to our common goals, which made our collaboration smooth and productive. This solid foundation allowed us to come up with creative approaches, especially when it came to fundraising and campaign planning. We explored fun, engaging ways to attract attention to our cause, such as interactive activities, social media promotions, and unique selling methods, all of which helped us stand out. Additionally, we can now confidently say that we have gained valuable experience in fundraising. Before this, most of us had never taken on such a responsibility. But by the end of the project, we had learned how to plan, execute, and manage fundraising efforts in a real world context. However, alongside our strengths, we also faced a few weaknesses. One of the biggest challenges was that none of us had any prior experience in raising money for charity. This meant that we had to learn everything from scratch, including how to approach donors, manage funds, promote our cause, and ensure everything remained transparent and ethical. Another major obstacle was the tight time frame we were given. While 2,000 ringgit was a fair and meaningful goal, the limited period we had to raise it placed a lot of pressure on us. This time constraint forced us to rush certain steps like marketing and campaign preparation and may have limited our overall potential. Despite these weaknesses, though, the project also opened up some exciting opportunities for us. One of the most significant was the chance to work with an intergovernmental organization like UNICEF. This not only added credibility to our cause, but also gave us an invaluable learning experience. Collaborating with a real world organization taught us about professionalism, expectations in the nonprofit sector, and how to align our efforts with a broader mission. Another opportunity, which also ties back to our strengths, was the hands on fundraising experience itself. This project gave us exposure to planning and executing charity efforts, skills that can definitely help us in future projects or even careers, especially if we're interested in social work, event management, or marketing. Finally, we also encountered several threats that challenged our progress. One of the more frustrating issues was the lack of trust from some potential donors. Since we were students handling donations through online platforms or informal setups, some people were understandably cautious or hesitant to contribute, fearing scams or mismanagement. This made it harder to reach our goal and forced us to work even harder to earn credibility. Another big threat was the limited time we had to promote and market our campaign. Building awareness and trust takes time, and with such a tight schedule, we couldn't fully maximize social media reach or engage with wider audiences. In conclusion, while we faced a range of internal and external challenges, this SWOT analysis has helped us reflect on our journey and appreciate the strengths we brought to the table, the lessons we learned, and the areas we can improve for future projects. That's all for my part. Now I'll be passing it on to Shalina.
Thank you, Khalifa. So we'll be moving on to what would it be if we do it differently. So as you all know, we did two fundraising campaigns. So this helps us to reflect on how differently the events could happen if we made improvements. So let's look on to Unity Charms, which is the event we made customized keychains. Firstly, collaboration with Intis clubs and societies. To increase reach, we would collaborate with campus influencers or student societies to promote the campaign to wider audience. For example, in INTI, we should have collaborated with SNHU Society and Intima. This would have bring us a larger audience, especially in INTI students, among INTI students. Secondly, we have testimonials and feedback from customers. We should have collected customer feedback and testimonials about our product and upload it on our social media platform, which is Instagram and TikTok. Having to know the good and bads in our service can help us to improve more. This would help us to create customer loyalty and gain more trust from the public. Next, we have having ready-made samples. We realized that before purchasing an item, everyone would ask for an example of the item or a sample. So, having ready made samples photographed professionally and shared on social media would have helped customers to visualize the final product and encourage more orders. This would also help us to achieve our targeted amount, which is RM 2000. Lastly, we could add more charms. This is our idea in the first place, but since we had limited time, we decided to only make keychains. If we had more time, we would also offer add ons or upgrades such as customized photo cards, customized bookmarks, and customized word tags. This would have helped us to reach more customers who are interested in purchasing different kind of accessories rather than just keychains. Moving on to our Suffering for a Cause SFC campaign, there are three improvements we could have made. The first, we should have had a live voting update. We create real time or daily updates in our social media accounts showing who's leading the vote. For, for example, there are three participants who joined Suffering for a Cause among our team members, and showing the updates on who has the most votes in our Instagram account would encourage people to keep donating because it creates a suspense. Next, we have thank you shout outs. This is where we should publicly thank the donors with their permissions via our social media accounts. This would make a engaging relationship between our customers and our team members. This will also encourage others to donate for the recognition. Lastly, we have better planning and time management. While our concept was strong for this event, we realized that we could have started the campaign earlier and created more detailed, scheduled, and promotions, voting, and updates. Since we had exam during the week that we filmed the challenge videos, we postponed it and continued after a short break. Allocating clear timelines for each phase would have helped us avoid last minute stress and allow for better coordination among the team members and engage with our audience in a better way. In conclusion, if we had made these updates in our campaign, there is a big chance that we could have achieved our targeted amount. Next, moving on to Wilson, which is lessons learned and experience gained.
Thank you, Shalina. To reiterate what my teammates have said, throughout our entire project, we have learned and experienced a lot of things, a lot of ups and downs, disagreements and collaborations, but at the end, we all came to a mutual understanding and cooperation, all in an effort to effectively work towards our goal of raising funds for UNICEF. The things we learned included complex problem solving skills, teamwork, boundaries, marketing, and social skills. And during our time working together, there has been several opposing opinions and views, results not aligning to individual standards and differentiating end goals. But we work together, not as a group, but as a team, to solve these issues through effective communication. For example, when it comes to decisions, we let it be decided votes as the goal for a majority, while still trying to satisfy minority votes by making minor adjustments and adaptations. But for us to come to a point of agreement, we had to spend a great deal of understanding, boundaries being one such thing that led to learned teamwork, filling in for each other's weaknesses, respecting individual roles, and adapting open communication. And finally, to raise funds for charity, we had to get creative but also have fun with our own ways of raising said funds. Marketing is one of the things we got to learn, but actually do and get a hands on experience by coming up with our own events, strategies, and techniques. Thinking of ways to attract people to donate for charity to reach as many potential donors as possible. At the beginning, we had a hard time obtaining funds. At the end, things went smoothly as we gained more credibility and trust from our community. In conclusion, to speak on behalf of all my team members, this has been an extremely rewarding experience for us, giving us an opportunity to learn a plethora of useful life and academic skills that will come in handy later on. Thank you.